afternoon, about 2 o'clock, starting a little late, but that's because they're chopping down the trees. Again, we're taking a look at the Dragonbane role-playing game. This is our third attempt to make our way through the included solo play adventure, Alone in the Deep Fall Breach. We rescued a orc cultist, which means we can now check out the magic system. So let's see what our spellcaster class is like in Dragonbane. They have the mage and they have the scholar. I think the mage is the only one that can do spells. Key attribute will, animus skills, elementalist skills, mentalist skills, heroic abilities. Then you start with some stuff. So our orc that we rescued, Grom, because that's the name of every orc. We're gonna make him a spellcaster. So we're gonna select the school of magic. We have animism, elementalism, or mentalism, which becomes one of your trained skills. As a newly created mage, you may choose 3 ranks, 1 spells, and 3 magic tricks. You can only choose spells from your school or the general magic category. You could also get a grimoire where all your spells are listed. For more on magic, chapter 5. Okay, so we get 3. So we got elementalism, blowing things up, animism, and mentalism. So we're a priest, cultist. So which thing is closest to that? We're going to go over to the magic system. Learning magic. All right. We got a magical mishap table, fun. We've got schools of magic. So we got magic tricks, which are like our prestidigitation, our dispel, our magic shield, or just the stuff everybody knows. Then we have animism, which seems to be, we got animal whisper, banishment, entanglement, lightning flash, curing wounds, lightning bolt, so druidy stuff. We got elementalism. Elementalism, fireball, frost, gust of wind, fire, storm, fire. Okay, so yeah, that's our combat. And then we got the mentalist, who's got like farsight, levitate, long strider, stone skin, divination, scrying, telepathy, flight, teleport. We have no healing. No healing. Okay, so there are no healing clerics. The closest thing is the heal wounds from animism. Interesting that there's nothing resembling a cleric. I wonder why. Did they just feel that healing magic, buff magic was not a thing? The magic system feels very limited, which is good and bad. All right, so how do I cast a spell? Blah, blah, learning magic. Okay, things. And these are my list of my spells, mentalisms. The mentalism just sort of seems to be a hodgepodge. Then we go to gear. All right, how do I cast a spell? It's a skill check. Experience. Roll the dice. Core skills. Heroic abilities. Actions and movement. Melee combat. Dodging. Range combat. Conditions. Damage. Other hazards. Riding animals. Schools of magic. Spells. Casting spells. Okay. Range, duration, right? Cast a spell, you must spell willpower points and roll against your skill level or relevant school. Any skill ping you use to cast general spells, if the roll succeeds, the spell has indeed effect as per its description. Otherwise, it knows effects. You can push the roll for optional roll is used. Magic tricks succeed automatically. Some spells can drain WP from another person, healing WP. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I spend a willpower point. I can cast the spell. There's no limit to range or level or anything like that. If I fail, I still spend the point, but I don't cast the spell. I assume it's roll under like everything else. All right, easy enough. So we've got our orc, Grom. He's got the general magic. He's got 4 of these. We'll give him Protector. And yeah, Protector and Magic Shield, I guess. Well, he can only have rank 1 skills, right? He can only have rank 1 spells. Yeah, you can only start with rank 1 spells. So he's got 4 general magic, so we'll give him... He's got the magic tricks, so that's 1. He's got protector, so that's 2. And he doesn't get any more. I guess since he's a cultist, he's a animist. All right, so we've got magic tricks is 3, and then he doesn't get any more at first level. And then we'll give him, well, he can't have healing wounds yet. He can have treat wounds. We can have treat wounds. All right, Gron's ready to go. He's got a spear, and he's ready, and he's going to accompany us down the dungeon. We have a general understanding of how the magic system works. Let's go to the next encounter. The Cultist Warren. Your gaze is fixed upon the cultist subterranean outposts. There ye find Ariok, the devotee of the demons who wears the Worldbreaker shard as a medallion. Wrest it from them so you may remake the power of good. The chasm is restless. Magnum churns below. Be quick, let the breach unleash its fury in your path. When the threat activates, flowing magma bursts into the seam, causing chaos. Ah! Stone Ma, this great earthen visage is twisted. So basically, these are like 5-room dungeons, right? I just realized that. So you got combat, role-playing, skill chest, combat reward. Yeah, cool. All right, so we've got to cross a stone maw. We got to cross a stone maw. So that'll be a acrobatics check for me, which I'm really good at. Yeah, okay, made it. And that'll be an acrobatics check for Grom, who's probably not as good at it. Oh no! He doesn't fall because he didn't roll, but definitely Grom takes a point of damage. We're going to use the generic minion for Grom. So he has probably has 4 more hit points than I do. He's got 12, so he's fine. I stubbed my toe. Who made the bridge out of broken glass? All right. Number 2 is unknown, so we could have a random encounter in the second room. The tables should be next to each other, you know? Like I'm constantly flipping back and forth to try and find the right table. So that's a problem. Okay, so I get to roll on this thing. Contents, environment, oddity, danger. No, where was it? There's a table. All right, isn't there a table for dangers? I remember a table because we rolled it before. This thing should be more linear. I definitely think this table should be more linear. Because I feel like even for the solo, I'm hopping back and forth. Okay, I guess it was this thing. Gonna roll a d4. 4, a danger. Oh no. Gonna roll a d20. 7, a fellow adventurer. Oh, okay. Hello, fellow adventurer. We will name you Fred. Fred the fellow adventurer, what are you doing down here? I got lost. I was just looking and mining, and I tried to cross the bridge, but what idiot builds a bridge out of broken glass, and now I'm trapped. Do you want to join us, Fred, or fight us? So we're going to make a charisma check for Fred. Got to roll under 15 for Fred to be a friend. Fred decides to be a friend. We now have another follower. Yay! We now have Fred and Grom. Fred the adventurer, and Grom the priest. All right. Number 3 is also unknown. So we go back to the location details. We roll the d4. We get 2 environment. We got the inhabitants, area, subtitles, environment. We got the environment table here. We roll a d20. 19. Smoke-filled air. All right, everybody's got to make a constitution save. Let's go for Fred, the adventurer. He's an average dude, I'd say, so got to roll under a 10. 12. Oh, no, Fred. Can't make it. Grom. Oh, no. Can't make it. Smoke, too bad. Oh, God. Me, with my constitution of 5. Oh, God, smoke. We have to go back. We have to go back. Okay. We got to go back until the smoke clears. So that means we all have to try and cross the bridge again. Me crossing the bridge. No, I'm fine. Grom crossing the bridge. Stubs his toe again. Another point of damage. Fred crossing the bridge. Fred's fine. All right, we're going to wait. While we're waiting, we're going to see if there's a wandering monster coming along. So we're going to roll on the, I guess, the scavenging table. And we roll a 4. Nothing happens. All right, back across the bridge. Oh, no, Grom stubs his toe again. That's 3 points of damage out of 10. Fred stubs his toe. That's 1 point of damage out of 10. And me... Oh, I rolled a... Is that I rolled a good thing. I rolled a critical success. I get a... Whatchamacallit? I get a dragon. I get to roll a d6 on the dragon table. So as I'm crossing the bridge, I trigger an unexpected beneficial effect. Well, the thing said something about magma, so I trigger the magma, but instead of hurting us, the magma clears out the smoke and any other monsters that was hiding in the smoke. We can cross through room 2 and 3. No trouble. All right, room 4, Fool's Crossing. Another bridge. The crumbling bridge spans the breadth of the river. Below, a river of magma belches smoke and fire. A small band of goblins are encarped on the inside of the bridge. A barricade manned by the cultists lies on the other. The orcs siege the bulwark but take no ground. There must be magic at work to repel these skilled warriors so handily. All right, so I'm reading this, and we got 1 force on one side of the bridge, 1 force on the other side of the bridge. The goblins are behind a barricade, and every time the orcs charge, they can't seem to make ground. So there is something preventing that, some type of magic. I will have my mage do some magic-y stuff. He will use his Dispel. All right, so I'm going to roll under his Dispel skill to see if he can dispel the magical barrier. Oh, he rolled a natural 1. That's a critical success. He gets a roll on the d6. A la peanut butter sandwiches. 1, 2, 3. You impress others or create a distraction. Yeah, the orcs are all, yeah, the thing's down. Oh, God, charge. The orcs all get a +1. Meanwhile, the goblins are like, wait, what's going on? Let's resolve this combat really quickly. +1 to whatever I roll. So I rolled a 2. It says roll with the better. Now the goblins roll a 3. Orcs win. Clash, chang, clang, clash, clash, chang. God, clang, 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 chang, clash. Thanks to Grom's spell casting, the orcs were empowered, and they berserked all through and killed the goblins. I guess the orcs are the good guys. Beyond the ruined gate lies a shadowed courtyard featuring an ancient stronghold. Scores of cultists dwell within this fortress, but you no need to take the direct roof. Instead, descend the well into the tunnels below. Okay, descending the well check. That's an acrobatics check. Acrobatics check for Fred, who's taken 1 point of damage. No. Fred falls to the bottom. Point of damage. Acrobatics for Grom, who's taken 3 points of damage. 4 points of damage out of 10. Acrobatics for me. Critical success for me again. I am Mr. Acrobatics. The action yields greater results than usual. Somehow, I actually managed to get down before Grom does and prevent him from taking that point of damage. How does that work? We don't know. It's a D&D game. Don't worry about it. I saved Grom, so he's okay. He doesn't take the 4th point of damage. All right, so we've reached the bottom of the well. We have stifling tunnels. These stifling tunnels afford little room for mistakes. Heed not the voice calling ye to refuge, for it speaks only lies. Follow the silent darkness, and into the cult's black heart ye will emerge. Join me. Feed me, Seymour. Buy OGGM merch. Buy OGGM merch. Listen to that voice. It's the voice that lies to you. But it's telling us to buy OGGM merch. Oh, then you listen to it. All right, so this is a role-playing encounter, I guess. We each have to make our saving throw versus the ghostly voice. So that would be a will check. Will check for me with my amazing 15 will. Oh, I failed the check. Will check for Grom. He made it. Will check for Fred. He failed it. So we go, Steve and Fred go wandering off in the dark, following the ghostly voice saying, buy OGGM merch, buy OGGM merch. Suddenly Grom finds himself alone in the cave, while Fred and Steve are in a different cave. Oh no, what could be in the different... Which one of them is ending up in the right room? 1, 2, 3, it's us. 4, 5, 6, it's Grom. 1, 2, 3, through me and Fred somehow find our way into the right room. The ritual chamber. A wide pit occupies the center of the room, surrounded by scrawled fiendish symbols. Storms somehow rise through the pit from the magma below, clouding the space and sulphurous fog. Ariok and a pair of cultist priests lair here in the midst of some vile ritual. Siege the charge and make haste to return. All right, so we got to go fight Ariok and his cultists. And it's just me and Fred. This is probably not going to go well. So 2 cultists or 2 minions. Ariok as a boss. I guess Ariok's got some culty powers. It doesn't say what, but we'll figure out once we figure out initiative. All right, initiative. Who goes first? We rolled a 3. They rolled a 2. They go first. We're probably going to die. All right. Cultist number 1. I probably got a sling or some cultist type thing. So I will sling at Fred. That's a miss. I will sling at Steve. That's a natural 20. That's a bad thing. I get a demon for that. 5. I trigger an unexpected reaction or trap. Is there a random trap table? We got an area table, inhabitant table, context, environment, oddity, danger table. Okay. 14. Imminent collapse. No, wait, sorry. Imperiled adventurer. Okay, so somehow the cultist takes his sling, spins it around, throws the rock at me and Fred, but he messes up. He rolls the critical fail, and the rock imperils an adventurer. So somehow the rock imperils him. So he ricochets the rock off a stalactite. The stalactite falls from the roof onto adventurer, evil cultist, doing 5 points of impalement damage. Oh God, he's stuck. Cultist number 2. Well, cultist number 2 is going to try and save cultist number 1. Oh no, not my best friend, cultist number 1. And he spends his round saving cultist number 2. That leaves Ariok. I am Ariok, Lord of Magma. You will never get the shard, Steve and Fred. Meanwhile, poor Grom is like, guys, I better go back. All right, we'll check out Grom in a second. All right, what's Eric going to do? Eric's going to cast a spell, because that's what evil cultists do. And I have a feeling he's going to cast some kind of fire spell, because he's a goblin magma cultist, the cult of magma. Sure, why not? So that means he's an elementalist. He's at least rank 2. So I'm going to cast Fire Blast. Spell sends a large fire blast from your hand and focus at the target. The fire blast can be dodged or parried. As ranged attack, the fire blast inflicts 2d8 damage on a hit and sets fire to flammable objects. Each power level beyond the first increases the damage. So first, fire blast. 1 guy. I can fire blast 1 dude, I think. I'm going to fire blast me. And then I have a chance to parry that or dodge it. So I'm going to roll underneath my spell casting skill of Evil Wizard. Roll the 7. Spell is a success. So the spell has hit me. All right, so I guess I roll the damage? I can roll the parry, right? Death. Our conditions, critical hit, parry and dodge. Rolling a dragon does not give you a counterattack. You can dodge range attacks just like melee attacks. Okay, roll for evade. On a success, you evade the attack and take no damage. On a failure, you are hit by the target. Evade. Oh, it's a skill. It's an agility skill. All right, I got to roll underneath an 8. All right, so I will take half damage. Oh, I take no damage. I have to say this before he does his damage. So I take no damage. Fire. But I'm okay. I'm okay. All right, my turn. Slingstone to Ariok. Ooh, that's a hit. My slings do a bizarre D8. 7 points of sling damage to Ariok. Can you wish a happy birthday? It's a nail sheks. Happy birthday. It's any nail sheks. It's a nail sheks. Happy birthday, dude. Hi, Keeps. The flippy thing is a problem with Dragonbane. Yes, I will agree. The non-linear. I would have laid this out completely different. I would have done rule, fluff, rule, fluff, rule, fluff. And especially for the solo adventure that's supposed to teach me how to play, this should all been a lot easier. That is definitely a negative point so far in Dragonbane. It's just kind of all over the place. But it's Free League. They waste a lot of space in Free League. I love Free League, but if you look at their product, they waste a lot of space. And we know that I am very much don't waste space. All right. So I have done 7 points of damage to Ariok. Ariok can take 20. We got Fred, the adventurer. He's a cave adventurer. Probably has a crossbow, right? That's a cave type weapon. Shoot his crossbow. He hits. And I guess the crossbow also does a D8 to Ariok. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, God. Meanwhile, poor Grom. Still lost. I'm going to go down this cave. Oh, this is the room with the smoke. God damn, blah, blah. I'm coming, guys. All right, cultist number 1. He is free. I think he's going to just bow out. Let's make a morale check for cultist number 1. That's he survived getting a thingy. So we're going to roll this versus Ariok's charisma. No, he'll stay. No, I'm totally lying, Ariok. Slingstone. Now he misses. Cultist number 2. Healed cultist number 1. Slingstone. He misses. Me. Sling. I miss. Fred. Sling. Fred hits with his sling. Crossbow. Doesn't matter. Does the same damage. So he's taken 13 points of damage. Ouch. Out of 20. No, wait. It was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage out of 20. All right. Moving to melee. Meanwhile, poor Grom. Nope. Even further lost. He rolled a 20. He rolled a 5. He triggers an unexpected reaction or trap. Unexpected reaction or trap. We don't have a table for unexpected reaction for trap. We have dangers, though. 10. Flowing magma. Oh, no. Grom set off the lava again. Blah, 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 blah. This might be the jest of Grom. Agility save for Grom. Okay, so he'll take half damage. It doesn't say how much damage the lava does, but I'm going to assume more than the fire spell. So 3, 4, 5. All right. Grom takes 5 points of damage plus 4 points of damage. Grom's got, no, he got healed 3 points of 5. 8 points of damage for Grom. I'm okay. I don't need that arm. It's fine. Hail to our god of what is the opposite? If they're the cult of magma, so Grom is opposite magma. He's the cult of stone or water or whatever the opposite of magma is. We have to write up this cult of magma. I don't know if there's ever been a cult of magma bad guys before. All right, back up to cultist number 1. Yeah, I'm still loyal. I'm going to attack somebody with my cultist club. I'm going to attack this Fred guy. I'm going to miss Fred. Cultist number 2. I'm gonna attack this Steve guy. Oh, cultist number 2 hits Steve. Steve so far has taken no damage. But that's okay, because Steve is down. Oh, avenge me, Fred. All right, Antioch will unleash some magic on Fred. Bow before the evil power of the lava cult. I'm going to use my rank 1 elemental spell of Fireball. Fireball can be dodged or parried at its ranged attack. The Fireball inflicts 2d6 damage and sets things on fire. All right, I'm casting Fireball. I'm dodging. All right, first I'll cast my Fireball. It is not successful. Anyways, psst, ow, 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 ow. Fred's by himself. He's got 2 cultists and Antioch. Fred's gonna retreat. Run away, Fred! Run away! Fred tries to run away. Blah, 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 blah. Which means the cultists can make one last attack on him. And miss. Does Fred find Grom? No. Does Fred make his way back to the temple? Yes. Fred has survived, even though he was not the first character. But, you know, I guess this is a stack of characters kind of game, at least for the solo game. Steve has died a 3rd time. I think that's it. They're just not going to bother resurrecting Steve anymore. He was a wasted thing. Fred, you need to go back into the caves and rescue Grom and then stop the magma priest and get the shard. The last guy we hired failed. Will you take the job? Of course I will. All right, that's round number 3. We've checked out the magic system. I think I got it all right. I don't know. I'll have to read it again, but it feels like, again, it could be written better. It might just be my brain, but it doesn't flow. You know, when I'm reading these things, it doesn't flow. But still, it seems pretty simple, right? I mean, roll under is a little counterintuitive, but once you get the hang of it, the main problem, I think, is it's a lot of wasted space, a lot of non-linear. I would like things to flow better for looking things up, especially for the solo game. I would like the solo playthrough to explain, you know, what each thing is. Like, here's your combat test. This is what you have to do. Here's your skill test. This is what you have to do. Here's your role-playing test. This is what you have to do. And then if you succeed this happens. If you fail, this happens. And then, you know. But anyways, if we continue this next Friday, we'll be continuing with Fred the Adventurer trying to rescue Grom. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to continue with the solo play of Dragonbane, or if you want me to move on with the solo play of the other games I've gotten this month. I've got Mutant Year Zero, as you know, and the Electric State. Anyways, thanks again, Free League, for sending me this. As you guys know, I got this from Free League to review it, so I guess they're my sponsor now. I have included a video on how you too can try and get Free League games to send you games. I don't know if you will. I don't know if you won't. I don't know what I said or didn't say to convince them that I was a good sale for carrying their games. You know, I just filled out the form. I sent them a link and then I got the game. And they sent me the whole thing, you know, and I said this unbelievably grateful. I wasn't expecting them to send me the entire box set. I figured I'd get a POD of the quick play or something, right? Not this. This is like a $50 game they just sent me for free. Plus they paid for shipping. So thank you, Free League. Yeah, so if we would continue this, it'll be The Adventures of Fred the Adventurer. Let me know if you want to see this again next week, or if you want me to switch over to a different game as we play test these games that I got in the mail this month. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you all later. See ya.